Elizabeth.
Wait, I start this time. Right? It's an odd.
Yeah, me when I'm like, yeah, so it's odd, and therefore you do go on one, therefore it's my turn.
We should keep this in. Fuck it, you guys. I said to her before we started that I thought that this was going to be maybe not our best episode. We're just not in the vibe today. I can just feel it. And so, yeah, you already know who the fuck we are. And you already know what the fuck this is.
I'm sorry, I totally thought that because it was odds and you go on one, I was like, so simply I go because it's 13 and it's odd. It doesn't make sense, but it made sense in my head.
Sure.
But we know better sometimes. Not today.
No. This week we should know better. I don't know about what, but yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I always feel like kind of shit because with the light right on my... I always also, it's just the timing. Anytime it's after 6 p.m., I have a headache. So this is kind of how I feel every single day, to put it in perspective of someone who's
chronically ill
and disabled. This is like my average state of being.
Not for me, guys. I don't know. I thought it was just the fire, but now I'm worried about something else. My throat doesn't hurt too bad, but as you can tell, I sound a little, well, maybe you can't tell, but I definitely sound a little bit different than normal. And then my sinuses are a little congested.
Well, do you know what I thought about? We went to see a psychic Monday,
but
yes.
Wait, I didn't even think about...
Yeah, well, we can circle back to that. But you know what I was thinking when you dropped me off? I was like, I totally saw you last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I definitely just gave you what sickness I had. I didn't even think about it in the car, because I was like... Because as I was talking about it, I was like, well, I'm definitely not contagious anymore because it's like a week after. But right. I was like... And everyone in my job was out one day last week because they don't like fucking believe in like you're sick for multiple days. Meanwhile, like I was out most of the week going in for the most important shit because I knew they would fucking judge me. Right. But it's like, just imagine like each day someone else is out and then coming right back in, like just a fucking like cesspool of sickness.
Well, and yes, and then maybe it did transfer to me. I don't know. It's okay. You were better by the weekend though? Right? Yeah,
well, I'm still congested, but also I've been having a sinus infection, I think, for a year. So I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor and get on meds if I want it to go away.
Yeah. But you felt otherwise better? Like,
I felt fine by the time we went out for the weekend.
Okay, good, because I've got Jenny's birthday this weekend, so I need to be on my shit, because she go cray. I'm not going to be drinking cray, because then we also have Isabel's, I guess it's not Isabel's, but we're walking with Isabel at the seizure walk on Sunday morning, and that's early. So I'm like, Jenny, I'm so sorry, baby. I cannot go cray on Sunday.
I have to text her.
This will all be over by the time this comes out.
I have to text her because I definitely won't be back in time for that.
Oh, she invited you for that?
I go every year.
Oh!
To the walk?
I thought you were talking about Jenny for some reason.
No.
Oh.
I go with Isabel every year to the walk, but I just signed up for the team before I even know if I can go, so I'm like, well, why not?
Right, but
I do need to text her because now I'm going to be in Atlanta. Yeah, one of my old roommates is engaged. No big deal. We're having a roommate meetup. I'm actually a big fan of her fiance. We had this running joke in college where I would say he was my best friend because, we played some fucking dumb because, okay, I lived with these people when it was, like, peak COVID, so, like, all our classes were online. You can't even go to the library or the gym. Like, you are not leaving. But Penn State, I think, my theory, I don't know if it's true, but we have off-campus apartments, but I'm, like, 99% sure that this Penn State owns these companies that own these off-campus apartments, so really the money all just goes back to Penn State.
Right.
So when Penn State was losing a lot of money because kids aren't coming back to the dorms, right, and classes aren't in full session, we were told all of our leases, all the companies were like, you cannot get out of the lease. You can't even pay to get out of it, because that wasn't, like, an option for college housing.
Right.
So we're going to have to pay monthly rent anyway, so we were all kind of like, why don't we just, instead of living with our parents every day, just live with our friends?
Yeah.
Which brought its own challenges because, wow. But also, like, I don't think I'll ever be as close to anyone as I was them just by fucking pure, like, force. Mm-hmm. But, like, we have that, like, lock-in bond. So anyway, Clay was visiting, maybe? I don't know. We lived with each other for 2 years, so first was, like, complete lockdown COVID. Second year was, like, we went to classes in person, but there was precautions and shit. Yeah, I don't remember, but we were playing some fucking game, and we had to pretend that we were, like, on a roller coaster, and, like, we're best friends on a roller coaster to, like, win the card or whatever. So there's, like, a photo of us, like with our hands up, like, and then after that, he goes, Liz Brown, you are my best friend. And so now we always joke whenever, because,
they've been together since college?
Since high school.
Fuck!
Yeah. That's why Liz is, her name is also Liz, but that's why I kind of transitioned to Elizabeth, but she went by Liz K, and I just went by Liz B, or just Liz, or Elizabeth by the end of college. What was so we're both named Liz, but then whenever she would talk about Clay, I'd be like, oh, my best friend. How's my best friend doing? So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of them. I'm not a big fan of marriage, and so like when Liz got engaged, she prefaced her text to me being like, Liz, please don't judge me. And I was like, I promise, I'm not
a big fan of weddings.
I'm pro celebrate. I love a wedding because I love a party that's all about me. I would love to have a wedding, but I don't want to be legally married at the end of it. I love the idea of a commitment too.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the wedding itself and that physical money investment is that, like, we are married now. It's a bigger thing to break off, if that makes sense. But I don't like that the government can tell me that I'm attached to another person, because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, that is rooted in misogyny, and the whole premise of a marriage is to be owned by a man. Correct. And I get that's not what people get married for now. I understand that 100%, but for me, it's not something I want. I guess for those reasons.
But guys, if you're getting married, invite us. I don't know. We can do a pod up at the wedding.
Yes,
if you guys would be interested. But we want to go to some weddings bad. Isn't that crazy? We've just been shitting on men, but we're like, man, grooms, invite us to your wedding. We're not talking to the grooms, we're talking to the brides.
Yeah. The only weddings I've been to, I've been a +1, so I didn't know the couple well, besides Angie's sister. But I don't even know Angie's sister well, but I'm close to Angie's family. And even then, no, I'm not going to say that. But even then, when her sister walked down the aisle, I cried.
Yeah.
And it was emotional, and it was so much fun. Even though, like, me and Andrew were the only people on the dance floor, it was so much fun. So, like, I can't imagine how fun it's going to be when I, like, know the people well.
Yeah.
And I'm in the wedding? Oh, my God,
I'm excited for my sisters.
Yeah.
I know that'll be
I think my sister's going to get married before me. I mean, if she doesn't break up with her girlfriend, they're lesbians. Like, they're lesbians aware of their financial situation, I will say. True. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've had to, like, grapple with, like, because it's always, I think as an eldest daughter, it's kind of ingrained in your mind that you are supposed to do everything first, because you have done a lot of the things first as you're growing up, because that's just the nature of how things go. And so in my mind, it was always, of course, I'm going to get married first, I'm going to have kids first, and I'm going to die first. And as we get closer to it, it doesn't seem like the first two are going to happen. I'm still going to die first. There ain't no way that I'm dying before my sisters. There's not a world where that would happen. Because I couldn't actually... If not first, damn bad I'll be on your second.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because there just isn't, like, I can't even imagine a world where that would happen. Sorry to be dark, but, like, literally, like, I can't even, like, if I try to think about it, I'm like, no, there is not a world where I exist and my sisters don't, so.
This is definitely, like, if I told this to my therapist, she would be like, that's not okay, and that's not normal. I know. But, like, a actual genuine pillar of my personality is, like, if my sister were to die tragically, I would just immediately kill myself.
No, I thought about...
I've genuinely thought about it, because also I think about it a lot, because my sister's a school teacher and so is her girlfriend, so I actually think about them dying in school shootings a lot, because I'm sorry, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and the fact that there's 2 of them statistically ups their chances significantly as well, especially because they live in Pennsylvania. I'm not saying I think they're gonna die in a school shooting, but what I'm saying is I'm constantly worried about it, because to me it's not a valid fear. It's not like an if, it's a when will it statistically catch them, because, like, obviously shootings happen everywhere all the time, but I think as an adult it's much less likely unless you are actively involved in a school somehow. It's something I thought about when I was in school too. I had a plan how to get out of a school shooting in every single building I've ever been in my entire student life, because I'm not fucking sitting in a classroom and waiting to die. That's not happening. I'd rather be shot running away or trying to jump out a window. But
no, I kind of have the same thoughts with, I was telling you, I was driving my whole family home in the rain, and I don't know, just, you know, your driving thoughts, and maybe this is a little OCD of me, like the disaster planning of it all, but, like, I was like, well, if I were to get in a car accident right now and somehow all these people, my family, in the car died and it was just me alive, I know I could not move past that. I would kill myself, like, as soon as I got the opportunity. Which I guess we're saying now, if that or whatever happens, institutionalize me for the rest of my life, because there's literally, like, I know other people get past horrible tragedies, and I'm like, honestly, that is so amazing for them, and, like, I'm in awe of them, because me, personally, I'm not that strong.
It's not even, like, for me, it's not necessarily about strength or moving on. I've based my whole life goals and my being on my sister for my entire life. This is the first time in my life where I feel like it's not something I constantly have to be thinking about, because there's stuff that has to be done or taken care of, because she lives on her own now and I live on my own now away from her. But it's never something that goes away. It's something that I'm sure actually that I will have to bring up in therapy and will have to work through in therapy, like 100%.
Yeah.
So like for her to die like tomorrow, like what did I do all of it for my whole life? There's nothing, like, you know what I mean? And even in the points for my personal mental health, the only reason I ever have not killed myself ever is because I'm like, well, I have a sister and I need to take care of her, and I don't know what she would do if I died.
Yeah, which your therapist would definitely tell you is very wrong.
Right.
But
exactly.
I agree. I mean,
I don't have
yes,
what I'm saying is my self-worth and my identity is intrinsically tied to my sister.
Yeah.
If my sister died, I would have no reason to be alive,
Yeah.
and I would kill myself, which is definitely something that needs to be brought up in therapy, because I know it's not healthy and it's not right, but it's true.
This is a dark episode. Sorry, guys.
We have a headache, and suddenly it's everybody's problem.
Yeah. Well, speaking of dark episode, you can kind of talk about what happened at your psychic reading.
Morgan texted me on Sunday out of nowhere and says, do you want to see a psychic with me today? Actually, no, tomorrow I don't want to leave my house. Those were the exact two texts. Yeah. And then I woke up and I was like, something has to be going on with her. But I just agreed automatically because did you know at that point I've been to a psychic? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, we had talked multiple times
about how we want to do it eventually.
Like, oh,
right, okay.
Especially after Mandy went to a psychic, and then we were like, she had a psychic can't come to her. And we were like, oh, we've been talking about it for a really long time.
Yes, exactly.
But I just woke up on Sunday, like, it was speaking to me. I was like, I need to see a psychic right now. Right. And then I was like, no, I don't want to go today, but tomorrow I will.
Right. So we had already, like, had previous context, but the text had no context. And in my mind, I was like, feels like something's wrong, but also, yes, I would like to. I didn't even, like, ask her if she was okay. I just immediately was like, yeah, word. Yeah, word, I do want to go. And then I was telling Kevin I was going to go to the psychic, and he was like, you should probably ask Morgan if she's okay. And I was like, shit, yeah, maybe I should.
No, guys, going to a psychic doesn't mean you're at an all-time low.
No, but it was just that no out of
it
nowhere
really was.
when you have never been.
It was completely out of the
because
blue.
like if like Liv texted me saying I'm gonna go to a psychic, me and Liv have both been to the psychic together, so it's like it doesn't seem out of the blue. Same with Ange. Right. But it's like I know we've talked about it, but like
and I've never
to suddenly decide like, oh, this is when I need to do it. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Also, if we had went the same day, like I was like, so something is going on. Like you need clarity on something, but no, that wasn't the case. We just wanted to go.
I couldn't even tell you. I'm sure something made me, like, think of it in the moment, but I don't know. I just woke up on our friend's couch, and I was like, I need to see a psychic. I don't know.
That's so funny. You sent that from our friend's couch?
Yes. As soon as I woke up,
That's so funny, actually. Post Ren Fair hangover, you're like, I need to see a psychic right now.
And the hangover wasn't even that bad, but yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's funny. So we went to a psychic on Monday just to get our tarot read. The tarot spread was interesting. It's nothing I've seen before. I mean, I used to read tarot, but, like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert. Like, I really just learned what I had to know, and I learned a very basic spread, past, present, future. Because I did it as, like, a little sorority gag business. Does that make me seem like a swindler? I don't know. I genuinely tried to learn it, but, it was interesting, though. She did it, except, like, it was brutal.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about yours first, or do you want me to talk about mine first?
I can talk about mine briefly. There's not much to say. I'll say neither of us came in with an actual question we wanted to ask or a topic, which I feel like if I were to go again, maybe then I would do that, specifically to her, because mine was just very kind of general. Like, the cards were all over the place. I think the main theme was that apparently I need to go. Not, like, die or anything, but, like leave this physical location. Like, that was apparently what the cards were telling her, was that I was just, like, I've overstayed my due here, and then I'm just ready to go and be somewhere else. But, and she said that maybe that doesn't necessarily mean location-wise, but the cards were saying location-wise. I can maybe see it not location-wise, but, that mainly what was holding me back was, like, family, loved ones, and like feeling like I owed something to them, and that I would, break their, like, it would disappoint them if I were to leave. And that the cards also told her that they would not be like that at all, that they would be very supportive of that type of decision. And so that all rang true. I don't feel like leaving the area. I like Minneapolis a lot. I mean, I'm definitely I don't think I'll be here forever. To be honest, I'll probably end up it'll depend on where my sisters end up. But like for foreseeable future, I'm gonna be here for a while. So I was like, that's not really raining true for me. But kind of everything else was just like, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I really liked her talking about you being at the beginning of a mountain that you have to climb, and how you're not necessarily at the point where you're gonna race up the mountain, or it's time to face the mountain itself. You're kind of in the prep of, how am I going to face this mountain, and it's okay to take time and not know how I'm going to get up the mountain in the first place. But then she kind of tied that mountain back to the moving, which I didn't agree with. But I think that, I don't know what you were thinking, what it tied to personally in your life. I wasn't thinking of a scenario specifically for you, but I thought it fit you because I think in general you're in a little bit of like a transitive state, as everyone is in their early 20s.
Well, right.
In the sense of, like, I could buy that in the next year or so something big can happen to you, or you're gonna have some big change or some big revelation. And also the fact that you kind of, I think, are just not just stepping into queerness, but like fully embracing it over the last year, 2 years, which is still a period of time. But like, I feel like that I buy that. Like, I believe that for you. And I do believe that before you take any big steps into anything either, you do have to know everything about the situation and really like to think and know what you want to do and how you're going to get there. And that sitting in uncomfortable or unsureness does cause you disharmony. Yeah.
And there was also just, the cards are telling me there was a lot of fear involved, and like, my own fears about it being what I was expecting or whatever, and the advice was, to kind of go with the flow more. And that's very true to me for all type of big decisions or journeys that I take, is that there's usually a lot of fear involved. So I'm not sure. Oh, she did also say that I might have COVID.
She was like, is your throat clear? Like, you are definitely sick.
My lungs.
She's like, you're definitely like sick or something. Like, are you sure? And I was like,
and I'm like, we were literally on the car ride talking about how my throat was hurting bad, and now obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm not doing well. I might have COVID. I hope not. I don't think so. I don't know. But so that was kind of crazy, but yeah, that was kind of mine. Yeah, kind of more general. She said, come back, we'll reread, and like I said, if I go in with maybe a thought in mind,
I'm interested to see. What I had said to Morgan was like, maybe let's go in a year, unless we have like you said, something specific we need to know, because I'll be curious in a year if any of that rang true, because I also do believe with a lot of psychic readings, I mean, to be honest, I understand that there's some level of bullshit, right? And a lot of it is the person's perceptiveness to you, but I do buy into it to some extent, especially depending on who the person is and how well they read me. But I think a lot of my positive experience from the psychic I went to in college came from the looking back in a year forward as well.
Definitely. Also, before you get into yours, she offers group party rates, so if any of you in the chat, specifically our friends, are wanting to, do a group reading.
I think I want to do it for my birthday really bad.
We should do a group reading. If you're interested in a group reading, come. But we have to. There's no privateness in this. It's gonna be read. If you're gonna get read to filth like her, it's gonna be public. So just so you know,
For my 25th birthday, all of our friend group was listening.
25 is a good age to get a psychic tarot.
25th birthday. Okay, even my friends from distance, y'all come in here. My 25th birthday, we're going to the psychic, and I want you all to bring a very specific and personal question that's going to hurt when it gets the answer, okay? And then I'm going to sit there and I want to hear you all read to filth, and then she's going to ask me, and I'm going to say,
girl, fuck you.
I'm going to say, give me a general reading.
Oh, okay, fine,
I don't have any specific well, it doesn't even fucking matter for me, clearly.
As long as you get read, then I will be, not read to filth, but like read tarot. I'll be happy. You don't have to ask a specific question, but I thought you were going to be like, no, don't read me at all. I'd be like, girl, fuck you. You better get read.
Do you know what I just realized? My ex-boyfriend has this exact outfit, like, actually. He used to wear this exact, almost, Nick. He used to wear pretty much this exact shirt to work. Ooh. In the summer.
Well, who wore it best? Those who know, because, like, comment, because I bet
the way I looked down and I was like, something looks weirdly familiar in a bad way. This is what I get for exploring my gender identity. I fucking look like my stupid evil ex-boyfriend. No. Okay, so we sit down and I split the deck and she's doing it and she immediately looks like confused. Yeah. And she starts putting it down. She's doing a lot of checks too and she's not liking what it's telling her. Mm-hmm. And she keeps putting down more to try to get a different narrative, but it's very much a specific narrative that she doesn't want to tell me. Yeah. And then she stops and she was like,
she stopped halfway, which mind you, she did mine like literally all the way through.
Yes.
So that's important.
Before she said anything.
Yeah.
And she stops halfway through, and she was like, I just honestly don't know if I want to keep going or if I want to try to reread you, because what this is telling me, basically, the whole past and what... Because hers is kind of like past, present, future, but I think in a lot more of a complex way with sort of explaining a situation, I guess. And, like, your head thoughts and your heart thoughts and your soul thoughts, like, a mixture of them.
Yeah. So it was a 30-minute reading, which they said on their website was a full reading.
Right.
They did kind of a little bit of everything.
Yes. And she just looks at me and she was like, this is telling me that you have, like, trauma from your family or when you were a kid, being denied basic needs and basically being able to be yourself and being told you have to be a specific way when you acted out in a weird way. And granted, I definitely think she was picking up on the fact that I have green hair and piercings and tattoos and stuff, but she was, like, dead on.
But still, she was...
Read to filth. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I don't like telling people that their mom sucks, but... I am telling you that. And I was like, fuck. And then she went on to basically say that it's not giving me a true reading about what's happening to you right now, because right now you are dealing with all this stuff from the past. Like, it's blocking anything else that you could currently be dealing with in your life, because you're kind of being forced to sit with it and realize that your trauma creates a cyclical pattern of you repeatedly basically fucking yourself over or doing something that's harmful to yourself, and also, like, you're not growing from it. It's creating this cyclical pattern, which is unfortunately really true, because I literally, at my therapist last week, I basically, after the beginning of this year, sought out therapy again, because, like I said in a previous video, I went cold turkey off Zoloft, and I fucking went insane, which, don't do that. But, I did. And I think I'm also at a point when the Zoloft, like, wore off, for lack of a better term, when it was out of my system. I think I really had to sit with my emotions and that clarity of, like, being... Not that... I don't think that SSRIs, like, change who you are. Sorry, this makes it sound like a bad fucking rep for SSRIs. But I was on a really, really high dose because I was dealing with a really high amount of anxiety when I started my job. But now we're 2 years in, and I clearly wasn't dealing with this anxiety anymore, and it was making me very lethargic and I don't care about anything type of thing. Like, not in, like, I'm sabotaging myself, but it was like there was no enthusiasm for anything, and it was starting to bleed into no enthusiasm for life, which is then the issue, right? Anyway, so I've, like, been finally having to sit with my real emotions, and I think it's all, like, exactly like what she fucking said. Everything I've never had to deal with, because I've been in fight and flight mode my whole life, and then I went to college, and it was similar, because I was dealing with Nick, and then I almost fucking died, and then I was dealing with Park. It was just, like, it's never ended. I've never just been stable in every facet of my life, but I am now. And so now it's all coming back around, and I have to look at it in the face and deal with it, especially being an adult who now controls my relationship with my parents and my sister and food, and, like, having complete control over all the facets of my life, and realize, and relationships, and being dating again, but having to face all the things that have happened to me in the past with men. It's all coming back around where I actually have to realize things and my own repeated patterns. Right. Because obviously I've known that bad things have happened to me, and that changes who I am over the years. But now, because things are so stable, it's like the habits that I do that I don't necessarily specifically notice. Is, like, kind of what's coming up, and that's generally causing me to be unhappy. So that's why I went back to therapy, and also things that we talk about in therapy all the time, essentially breaking down every single fucking thing that's ever happened to me, and what is that making me act like now, besides the most obvious things. Because I think, to me, it's very obvious that I struggle with dating, and I struggle with intimacy in all forms, physical or emotional, when it comes to men, period, point blank,
right.
but also in romantic relationships. That's been obvious to me. But it's not obvious to me how, for example, we talk a lot about how, like, when I was a kid, I used to, in my, like journal entries, write about how I felt like a robot all the time because to appease my parents' volatile emotions, I had no emotions whatsoever, and I never reacted to anything, and I never had any opinion about anything, and I never was allowed to get upset or angry. I didn't let myself, and I just did exactly what they told me, no matter how upset or how much I hated it, how upset it made me, or how much I hated myself for doing it. And now I have to deal with that because I tend to do that now. I never ever lash out at anybody. And it's like, and that was a big point of what she said. She was like, you never get mad at anyone, and you need to just yell at people. Like, you just need to let it out. And like literally inherently, like, cannot do that. I can be confrontational, but by the time I confront someone about something, it's so, like, clinical, and I just, because I don't confront someone unless I know the outcome I want, and it's a positive outcome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't tell someone, this is what you've done that has upset me, unless I think it's a behavior that they can reasonably stop. Because then that's the outcome. What's the point of telling someone you're fucking mad at them if you don't, for them to know you're mad at them? You know, I don't express that emotion. But it makes me angry now as an adult, which I talked about in therapy and then also to the psychic.
Yeah.
I'm so angry now all the time because I'm aware of the fact that I'm suppressing the emotion, and my therapist is making me look at it very much more in depth than I ever have in my life. And I'm, like, angry because I'm an adult now, so you can't just yell at people. You can't just get mad at people. Like, that would be considered immature. You know what I mean? Like, especially, I struggle the most with people I'm already close to, like friends and stuff, because I'm sure it has something to do with fear of abandonment, but also in general, like, I genuinely just feel like I can't. And having a sibling who's the exact opposite to a fault, where I'm not even saying she doesn't care, but she physically cannot. I think the same childhood kind of sprouted us off as two opposites. She physically cannot keep an emotion in, even if she wanted to, especially if she's upset or she's angry. She can't just swallow it and put it down. It upsets her that deeply to her core. It affects everything. She can't pretend to put on a face, even if it's just a neutral face. She just can't do it. So, like, even that makes me jealous and makes me mad because she's an adult who moves through life and has successful relationships, but it's like that, you know?
Right.
Even with my friends here, like, I can never, I just can't. But that was a big thing the psychic highlighted. It basically read me to filth.
Yeah. Just about letting your real you out, and because I think there's a lot of truth in that about repressing emotions, is once you start to repress, it's hard for your body to recognize that you're only repressing some, and you're supposed to let others out, and so you end up repressing all emotions. So when you're repressing anger and sadness and fear, you're also repressing happiness and enjoyment in life and all those other things too, and that just, like, what kind of life to live is that? And so that's what your psychic was getting at, is like, you need to be the real you and loud and boisterous and let everything out. So it was a read though. But it was.
And, like, it definitely, like, I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, but I do think a lot of alternative styles, especially dyeing your hair and getting piercings and tattoos, it is definitely intrinsically somehow related to your childhood.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, I think, a little bit true. Not that I think someone who is into that aesthetic has to have been experiencing trauma, but I do just think that there is a correlation. Like, I think I clearly, I felt the need to physically change myself because I didn't like the person who I was based on what my parents wanted me to be shortly. And I think I also know that I have a habit that when something bad happens to me, I immediately change, like, my appearance so that I'm not that person that thing happened to. I do it without even thinking. I don't, like, something doesn't happen and I'm like, okay, now I need to change my hair. Yeah. I just do it.
It just, Yes. I agree. I don't think it was necessary. Like, if she was placing her bets that it would resonate with you, I think she'd probably place it good. Because it's like, But, I mean, still, some of it was specific.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was an experience, guys. I would recommend it. If you got the money. Ours wasn't too bad for 2 people. But I know a lot of people think it's a scam. And I'm not even saying I fully believe in it, 100%. But it was still interesting.
It's also just fun to do, you know?
Yeah. Just go with your friend, get a tarot reading. You never know. It kind of, it's either they tell you something that's like really cray and real, and you're like, oh damn, like that's crazy, or it literally is a spoof, a boof, a labubu. Like it's like, oh no, or no, a lafufu is what it really is, because it's a fake, but then it's funny. Right. You're like, wow, she was so dead wrong that like that's hilarious. Right. So, I don't know.
Yeah, my old psychic in college scared the fuck out of me because it was just way too real. She read Liv down, and I won't say what she said because that's not my fucking place to reveal what a psychic is telling Liv. But she, she looked at me, and she was like, did you almost die recently? And I don't even think I got tarot read. I think I did just, like, a general aura psychic reading for this one, or a crystal ball or something, where it's like, they're not basing it off of anything they're seeing. Like, it's fucking could be complete bullshit, you know what I mean?
Right.
And she looked at me, and she was like, did you almost die recently? And it was, like, maybe 4 months after I literally almost died from internally bleeding out when I found out I had Crohn's disease, and I was like, yes, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and she was like, was your death intrinsically related to a death of someone who was close to you previously? Like, was it almost in the same way? And I was like, yes, because my uncle, he had Crohn's disease, and he died from a rare, version of colon cancer, which is essentially pretty much how I'm probably gonna die myself. But even just the Crohn's disease thing was fucking crazy. Oh my god. But, like, I kind of abused my psychic after that because I only asked questions about Parker from there on, and I even paid an Etsy witch to tell me and Parker's love cycle, like, if we were gonna end up together. And he already had a new secret girlfriend at that time. And the fucking Etsy witch clocked it. I was at, like, a fucking Penn State football game, drunk off my ass in the bathroom when I got the email, and I opened it, and I was like, yes. And it was like, he has another attachment, like, and he doesn't care about you anymore. Like, he doesn't hate you, and he doesn't want you not a part of, like, he doesn't care about you in the way he did. Like, he cares for you, but, like, you're not meant to be. Like, he's dating someone else for sure. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I didn't pay you $5 for you to tell me this. Yeah. I paid you $5 to affirm what I want to know. What I already want to know is the answer.
Sometimes Etsy witches know the future, and they know the tea, and they also have magical powers. And that's the last we'll say on that. And also, we're filming on September 10th.
We're filming on September 11th Eve, if you celebrate. Sorry, it's that insensitive.
That's all we'll say on that, because we know that the people will come for us on our takes on that.
Wait. Can I say something about September 11th that's actually hilarious? Like, a story that actually happened to me.
Okay.
Not on September 11th, that was a fucking baby, but,
yeah.
So every year, September 11th, the United States makes a big-ass deal, and I'm not saying it's not a tragedy, I'm saying maybe there's big-ass deals to make about other things that we don't. But, so we always show, like, a video in school every single year, and we all watch it, especially because I went to college, or to school in Connecticut. So a lot of people did have personal ties.
Right.
There was this kid in my class, pretty much every year, that, I don't know, maybe we were in the same homeroom all 4 years of high school. I don't know, but he was always there. And I won't say his name, because I don't really know him. Okay, we all knew both his parents are alive. Like, he has no intrinsic tie. And he would say it, because I've asked him. He has no personal tie to 9/11. He did not know anyone who personally died or anything, right? Just putting that out there. Like, I know that it was fact, okay? Every year without fail, they would play the video, and he would stand up and watch it, and then just cry and sob his eyes out. And every time I say that, people are like, that's so cute. But I was like, it was the funniest shit I have ever seen.
I can imagine. It is very cute looking at it now, but as, like...
Just imagine a white boy, and you know he has no personal tie, and he's standing there watching the videos
in, like, 7th grade, that
and they, like, played the videos of the Twin Towers, like, going down, and he's, like, crying so hard, like, he is, like, can't breathe, and he's, like, sobbing.
Okay, bring back empathetic men.
Am I a horrible person? Because I think it's the funniest thing
I think as a kid, if I were to watching that, I would also be weirded out by that, and, like,
we were all funny. Like, bro, like,
yeah. But as looking back at an adult, you're like, oh, he just had some big feelings. But bring back empathetic men. Like, men don't, like, I would believe men more if they were, like, I wouldn't respect them, but I would believe them more if they were on the internet sobbing about the issues that are important to them. But they don't. So how can I know that they actually care?
Right.
I don't think you care. I don't think you really care.
Need me a man who cries about 9/11 every single year.
Wait, he's a 10, but he cries about 9/11 every single year.
Hey, guess what? He's an 11 out of 10. 9/11 is actually a tough day though for me because my uncle did die on 9/11, but like not like in 2001, in 2015. The uncle who died of cancer. He died on 9/11. Yeah.
Oh, 9/11 is a sad day. I know a lot of people born on 9/11.
Oh.
Not on the actual, well,
actually, I think
talk about worst. Is that the worst birthday of all time in the United States anyways? I think it's gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah. What day was Kennedy shot in the head? Like, do we even know? That would
I mean, yeah.
Not
probably
that we, like, think of.
Yeah, maybe that was like the 9/11 before it was 9/11. That was what it was for those kids, that generation. What would that be? The Gen Xers?
I'm sorry, 9/11 jokes are funny to me. They are. I love when people are like showing my cat things he's never seen before, and then it pans to them showing their cat a video of 9/11.
I mean, man, he's never seen that before.
Hey, man, never forget. And anyways, I won't ever forget.
We should stop before, because, like, really, they are really trying to cancel us. It's not very
They didn't like our hot take.
Us.
Okay, tell me, is this truly a hot take? Okay, because I kind of expected the one of me talking about men's fatal flaw, height, and then the whole, like, they could be short.
Yeah.
And we've already discussed that it's not the physical trait. I'm not going to get into that again. But
we knew that they would be mad about that.
So, okay, so the fatal flaw that dropped was men's respect for women.
Yeah.
And my take is that men should respect all women. And men hated it. They hate that take.
They're mad about it.
They're mad about it.
Oh, like, I wouldn't say they're as mad about as they were about the height one, but they are still mad about it. And, like, we don't have men getting mad about the intelligence one where we're insulting their intelligence.
The dick one, everyone was like, well, I love eating pussy. And I was like, okay, do you want the fucking Nobel Peace Prize?
No, literally, none of them were mad about
I hated
us saying
that, actually.
Yeah,
I thought that was so performative.
That was honestly a little bit, like, I would say maybe that's a little bit worse than even the men hitting on us, because it's like, okay.
No, it rage baited me. They're like, what do you mean there's men out there who don't eat pussy? I love eating pussy. I eat pussy day and night. I'm like, okay. Get behind me and join the fucking line. Do you think you're special? I like eating pussy too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that crazy.
It's not like you don't deserve a medal for wanting to please your partner. I'm sorry.
It's almost like it's the bare minimum.
Christ.
Like, they were ranting about it. Oh, well, like, I was like, oh my god, like, do you guys want me to all give you an individualized medal for this? Like, you're so amazing. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for taking time out of your day to comment on my girly podcast TikTok saying I love eating pussy as a man. Thank you. I love it.
And some of them followed. I just had to let you know that. But
ew!
Yeah.
None of you were eating my pussy. Just putting that out there.
You're not hitting, bro. Don't even try. Like, you can follow, I guess, for the numbers and interact. I guess interact all you want, but I'm scared of you. Like, genuinely, I am more scared of you than the men saying that, like, we're fat fucking pigs and we deserve to die. Like, I'm more scared of the men that are like, I love eating pussy.
Okay, eat someone else's pussy, please.
Literally, you're not coming near me.
Pussy closed for business. The concept of trying to fuck a girl by following her podcast and commenting how much you love to eat pussy.
But the thing is, that is something a man would do.
It's game that I don't quite fear, I understand. Sorry if I keep looking away and going like this. This bright light is making me feel like I'm dying a little bit, but that's okay.
We're melting a little bit. Anyways, yeah, so that was scary. And,
they hated the respect for women.
They're mad about the respect for women, and we didn't even say anything, like, super, like, really like, watching it back, there was nothing hyper controversial in there, like, men, like, I guess, the only, like, I guess we said they're gonna be dumb and poor if they don't respect women. All I said
was, you have to respect women, just respecting your mom doesn't count, and if they don't respect women, they're gonna show other men their friends your nudes. Which is, like, a very generalized way of saying if they don't respect women in general, they only respect you, then they're going to be cruel to you when you're not there. Yeah. That was, like, a fucking... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the example is fucking saying. And, like, I'm sorry, and, like, what Morgan had said as a caveat when we made the episode as well, and on the TikTok, respecting only the women you're attracted to also does not fucking count.
No.
Like, and there was this man who was like, respect isn't freely given, it's earned, you have to earn it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, actually? Like, actually, what are you talking about? I thought the whole idea was you should respect everybody.
Mind you, he started that off by calling us ugly and saying that we can't get boyfriends.
It's always the bitches who don't have boyfriends who say that women should be respected. Fuck them.
Yeah. And so it's like, I don't believe that you respect women, period. Like, I want to hear from the source. Let me hear the girls that you claim you've been with. Let me hear them say that they felt respected by you. And let me hear that first. I'm not hearing it from you.
His defense is like, I've even dated women, and after we broken up, I still respect them. Congrats.
Like, that is like in the fact that he thinks that's controversial and like big of him to say, like, even after I dumped that ugly bitch, yeah, I still respect her. Oh really?
Okay. When I take over the world and I'm the tyrant of the world and I put men in cages, don't worry, I'll unlock yours because you respected some ex-girlfriends. Good job.
Yeah.
A+.
And then, we're not even gonna get into this too much, but then we were called white feminists, so I don't... And, like, the way that we just throw around terms like they have no meaning, because how was that...
No, I would argue it's the opposite, because my point is all women should be respected, regardless if what they look like, whether you're not they're fucking them, or whether or not they're your fucking mom. The whole idea is it's broad and it's applied to everybody.
And white feminism is a real thing, and it is something that needs to be addressed, so I don't like random people commenting that. I guess they just use it because we appear white. I mean, I am white. Elizabeth is not, but the video, you're wearing Spider-Man, and you don't necessarily...
Well, I'm also white passing.
Washes you out.
I'm also just white passing.
But to use that incorrectly denotes the meaning, and that white feminism is very real and is harmful to the concept of feminism in general. And so to put that onto us we are saying something that applies to all people, I don't know, it's asking men to respect you, white feminism? Like, how is that?
It was so rage baiting, because when I opened my phone, it's like, wait, you're mad? Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, actually, what is wrong with you? And you can't even debate people on that.
No.
Because, like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Yeah. Like, am I gonna argue with you that everyone should be respecting women? Like, clearly you fucking don't get it. Like, clearly you're stupid and you don't fucking get it. And also, okay, this is a joke what I'm about to say, because I just, like, I know I'm gonna deliver it like a joke, but, like, just to be very, very clear. I have never claimed to be a feminist because I actually don't believe that cis men are equal to everybody else.
Yeah.
That's, and a lot of men don't know this, actually. A lot of cis men don't know this. But the definition of feminism is believing that all people are equal. It's not believing that women deserve, well, in its umbrella, that means women deserve the same rights as men because they don't already have them.
Yes.
That is why that falls under that category, but by definition, it doesn't mean women deserve the same as men or deserve more as men.
Yeah.
Because I argue women deserve more as men. Yeah. And that does not make me a feminist for saying that. That's the opposite of it, actually.
So, in case you
were... That. I wonder if any of our pussy eaters are watching the app.
Ooh. Hey! Leave! I'm scared of you! I'm scared, like, genuinely, please leave.
Hey.
Also, keep in mind, we haven't posted the final flaw, which is relationship with mother, and I am very excited to see how that will go down.
If men have something to say, I already have 2 responses locked and loaded, and I actually don't feel bad. I'll post them from my actual account, not from the pod.
Yeah.
But I have no problem saying this. It's either gonna say, I'm sorry that you want to fuck your mom, or I'm sorry that your mommy doesn't love you.
Yeah.
Both, locked and loaded. I don't have no problem saying that. Or I'm sorry your mom wants to fuck you. But, like, those kind of go hand in hand.
Because I'm very curious. I just feel like men are very, very sensitive about their relationships with their mothers. And so I have a feeling that it's going to cause an uproar, especially our clips have been gaining traction since we started posting the first ones. So I feel like if it continues to gain, there are going to be a lot of very angry men. So you guys will have to let us, respond in the comments. We'll already know, but, like, I don't know.
Right.
You can write in the comments what your favorite one was. What
was your favorite controversial TikTok fight we got into from that episode?
Let us know. Did you guys like our apologies? A lot of people liked our apology.
Oh, yeah.
I had my cousin swipe up on my story. She lives in Ohio. She swiped up and she, like, sent crying, laughing emojis. Yeah, people loved it.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Some people didn't like it, but those were the same people that weren't.
Well, I had a feeling, though, by choosing that comment that person would come back and say something, because I didn't necessarily think they were a straight white man.
Yeah, but
it demonstrated the point well, so that's why it worked for the joke.
It did, and also it was the only one worth giving a little bit more attention to, because it was kind of funny and creative, not true, but, like, it was so just like, haha, like, I get it, but I'm not bringing it to the other men who were like, I can, like, they just weren't worth bringing any sort of more attention to.
Right,
so.
I agree. Shout out that guy, though, again. Like, let's give him a second shout out in the next consecutive episode. That guy who commented, I'm short and fat and my life is over.
You're hilarious. You can watch, I guess.
I wonder if he eats pussy. I want to know. I want to know, and I think I'm in love with him. Should I actually DM him? Is that crazy?
I think you'll be scared of what you find on the other side of the screen.
I know, but, like, I don't even care, honestly. Like, I just want to tell him I love him a little bit.
I just mean it's giving incel, and it's funny because it's, like, you could take it as it's not, it's, like, he's being serious, but I feel like it is giving incel, and it's like, gonna be scary.
Mad. Yeah.
But you could.
You
could. You never know for the plot, I don't know. Okay, guys, we should get into our advice before this gets too crazy long.
Yeah, please give us more fucking advice as well. Sorry.
Or we're just gonna start making shit up.
Yeah, full disclosure.
We're gonna start hyper analyzing your guys' lives, and we're gonna pretend that you guys sent the advice in, and we're gonna give advice that we think you should hear
so this week,
without you asking. We're going back to the unsolicited, heavy on the
unsolicited advice section. Hey, so this week I've noticed that JT has really been dealing with, and then I just give the advice right off the bat.
And we're gonna out you, and we're gonna say it. This is for
honestly. Shout out JT. He's our only cis man that actually is consistently. Kevin does not keep up with the pod anymore. Boo! Kevin's a fake best friend. He fucking hates me, actually, for real. He hasn't played Fortnite with me in so long.
Oh wow, you guys are growing apart. That's really sad.
It's just he quit his original bar job, so now he's working multiple. So he's just basically he got really good at bartending and got better jobs and works all the time. It sucks.
Annoying.
So he's only free like during like Tuesday at like 11 a.m. and I'm at my fucking like job. Like I don't know.
Right. Yeah, but send in advice, guys. I don't know. It could be advice that you think other people need to hear too.
Or that's you guys could lie. Something you think is funny. Also, JT, we're not answering your gorilla advice. JT knows how I stand. Me and JT are on the same stance, and we do believe that 100 people could defeat a gorilla because just humanity would prevail and blah, 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 blah. Actually, yes, no. Okay, sorry.
It was so long ago. It's out of topic.
No,
I appreciate the question. The way I
didn't even remember what my own take was.
Yeah.
No, me and JT believe in the people, and our friends Ryan and Bradley believed in the gorilla, and we were like, fuck you, that's just stupid. And anyway, JT, you know that I'm on your team, so we don't even have to rehash it, is what I'm saying.
He said it in the thing, what he believed. So, or, I guess what I'm saying.
Well, if it's the opposite, then all I'm saying is it's the opposite. I don't remember what I thought at the time.
You can argue for both sides. I don't know, devil's advocate. Fuck it.
Yeah, instead of men being let me be the devil's advocate and just say that women deserve to be raped.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! Wait, I was not paying attention enough to what you said. Yes. Okay. How do I make them? He said could beat 100 men. So yeah, he was believing in the humanity of people.
Okay. Cool. So the advice I chose was constipation, life hacks, or advice, and I felt like I was really qualified to talk about this because, I have Crohn's disease. So
I don't have it too much. I don't face that problem too much, and when I do, I just let it ride. It doesn't ever impede my life into a crazy way.
I suggest Gas X, the medicine, just not too much of it, because too much, will, make your fucking stomach hurt. You have to actually, be constipated, and it probably be a gas thing, right? Because it's supposed to kind of help, but it can, slow down, the movement of digesting food, because it's trying to get stuff out. So that definitely helps. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just keep Miralax on me at all times, but be careful with that in terms of eating disorder, because that's a slippery slope. But, if I'm ever truly constipated and it's causing me pain, cap full into some Gatorade, chug the Gatorade, and you're probably home free. Also, I had coffee in the morning. Also, hit a vape. Those are my best advice. Or both of those at once. Surely you will shit immediately.
Damn. Real.
Vaping in the morning, literally immediately shits.
Okay. My question is, my BFFs are in a cheating scandal. The cheated on is forgiving the cheater. It's happened twice. What do I do? Girl, you just gotta... Thoughts and prayers.
Wait, what was the thing again?
But actual thoughts and prayers. Her friends are, I guess, cheating on each other, and
That's like not your business, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking.
Your
like,
friends,
that's why it's the thoughts and prayers. It's because there's really not anything you can do.
Because I feel like in those scenarios, it's like, let's say it's your girlfriend and she's like has her man and she's cheating on her man. Like, I wouldn't tell him because I'm team the girl. But meanwhile, if it's the opposite side, like I know that. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's you ride for the person who's your friend. Is my point. But if they're both cheating on each other and they're both your friends.
Or one person's cheating on the other friend, but they said BFFs, so I assume that both of them are friends.
Oh, okay. And one's cheating on the other.
One cheated on the other twice, and the cheated on is forgiving the cheater. So what do you do? There's just not...
Oh, and they already know? Like, that's just not your business at that point.
It's literally the proper use of thoughts and prayers, because you can't do anything. You, like, if they already know... Like, if this was if you're like, oh, I know that person A has been cheating on person B, that you can do something in that situation. What you choose to do is up to you. But in this situation where they already know, they've already forgiven the person, I don't think there's a single thing that you can tell the people that forgive that you could tell them that they haven't already heard, or B, that could make them change their mind. Yeah. When someone forgives someone in cheating, they know it's bad. They know that it's wrong. You're not going to be able to shake in their mind like, oh, you know what? You're right. I do deserve better. Because they've already accepted that they don't. That's the situation they're in. And the only person that can make them truly see that they do deserve better is themselves. Yep. And I think I've kind of talked about this before when we had
the same
type of similar situation with, like, just bad boyfriends in general.
Yep.
Is like, they have to come to that realization themselves, and it sucks being on your end and being like, you're breaking my heart, because it sucks to see your friends, like, literally not have respect for themselves. I mean, that's lower, but, like, in a way, you're like, girl, stand up, like, it's hard, but there's nothing you can personally do besides support them no matter what happens, I guess, if you want to. I mean, as long as it doesn't affect your own sanity.
Yeah, we've talked about that at length with the people in shitty relationships. Truly, it's on them to leave them, and you can exactly everything you said. Mm-hmm. But all I'm saying is we've talked about it before, and I think that pretty much relates exactly to this situation. Mm-hmm. But I will say, can I have a really hot take right now? And that's okay if you guys don't agree or if you don't respect it at all.
I'm listening with an open heart.
Yeah, this is totally okay if you don't agree. Okay. I don't really give a fuck when women cheat on their boyfriends, for the most part. Well, the only thing about cheating that I think just doesn't make any fucking sense to me, if you cheat on someone, like, why do you want to be with them long-term after that? Because to me, cheating is, like, it's the end of the relationship. Yeah. For both sides. But all I'm saying is if you had a boyfriend and you were cheating on him, I would be like, okay. I wouldn't really give a fuck. I don't feel bad for him, I guess, is my point. Yeah. I don't feel bad for men about fucking anything.
Right.
If he cheated on you, then I'll kill him. But, like, I don't fucking feel bad, and I really don't fucking care. Like, whatever. You know? I would be questioning if you were like, I'm gonna marry him. I'd be like, well, that doesn't really make sense, right? Because you're just gonna keep cheating on him, clearly.
Right.
But, like, if he was just, like, a boyfriend who was just, like, around, I'd be like, yeah, girl, whatever the fuck. Do whatever you want. And maybe that's because I did cheat on my boyfriend, and my friends didn't tell him that I feel this way. But also, I cheated on him and then the next day tried to break up with him. He just did not allow me to. So that's the caveat on that. But I didn't feel bad, is my point. Yeah. I guess.
I mean, I don't think I necessarily have the same take, but I understand where it's coming from, and I'm not judging you for that.
Right. I know it's a controversial take. Yeah. I know that cheating is fucking wrong. All I'm saying is where I'm at in my fucking life.
But the issue is not about the cheating. The issue is the boyfriend, and I don't care about the boyfriend.
Right. What I'm saying is I really don't give a fuck if any of my friends cheat on their boyfriends. I would also not tell them, and I would only give them shit of, like, okay, so, like, you should leave them so you can be happy, is my point. Like, fuck this guy then. Right. Not necessarily, oh my god, like, you're evil for that, like, cry me a fucking hill, like,
because that's a river, not a like hill. With, like, I'm not saying that the cheating is right, but then it also goes to say if a man does my friend done her dirty, and the friend takes some action into their own hands, no matter what that type of shit is, and I'm gonna say, and he did deserve that, and I ain't gonna feel bad. All I'm saying is, the cheating is kind of involved in that. I'm not saying what my friend did is right, but I am saying that I don't give a fuck about what the man going to go through.
Yeah. And, you know, I've said this before, but we'll definitely, speak one day about me cheating on Nick at length, like, and why, and, you know, all of that bullshit.
Sure.
I'll fucking explain myself surely one day, but all I'm saying is, yeah, this is my full disclosure. I am a cheater, and I always think to myself, you know the saying, like, once a cheater, always a cheater, they're always gonna do it. I'm always, like, paranoid. I'm like, what if I date someone again and then I just keep cheating on them and I'm actually an evil, horrible person? But, like, when I say that summer, when we were dating, I didn't fucking feel bad at all. The only thing I actually felt bad about was I thought that I could be pregnant because, actually, do you want to know something really horrible that I did? I'm like Mamma Mia did them. Because I had sex with this man, Pietro, the short man, unprotected. I just was on birth control. I don't know if I was on birth control. I don't remember. It was way long ago. But he hit it raw. I don't know why I just allowed that to happen.
I don't know. Remember
fucking...
in the early 20s when we just allowed that?
Yeah, like, it was a different time for me. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
The early 20s.
And then I was driving home that day, and me and Nick were like, oh, we have to, like, talk, right? That's what I had said.
Yeah.
I made him come home from college to talk, and long story short, we didn't break up, and I won't go into the gory details or the traumatizing details. But we were together the next day, and he had slept over, ish. All I'm saying is, that's a poor explanation.
Mamma Mia is all we're saying.
All I'm saying is, I won't get into the details because I don't want to talk about them, but we didn't break up, and shortly after, a period of time after that event, I purposely had sex with him again, unprotected, because I just wanted to make sure if I was accidentally pregnant with Pietro's baby that the timelines would match up and then I wouldn't be at fault.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia just fucked. And I don't feel bad! And I don't feel bad. I truly don't. And Kevin knew immediately, actually. Fun fact. We, like, went out to dinner or breakfast the next day before I left school for the summer, and he looked at me and he was like, what did you do? Like, you did something. Something's up. And I was immediately told him. Though I knew I didn't give a fuck because I immediately told so many people. And guess what? All of them real motherfuckers because he did not know. He didn't
Still
find
doesn't
out.
know to this day, for all we know.
Yeah, unless he watches the pod, he definitely doesn't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I debate just, like, telling him for the funds, but it's, like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah,
he doesn't even deserve that much. Like, I wouldn't get satisfaction about punching him right now. Like, it's way too far over. He definitely doesn't give a fuck anymore either. No. Anyway, I'm a villain and I'm a cheater. Like, that was the confession there. Anyway, let's get into our must recommends. And guess what mine is? What? Mine is the musical Hamilton. I just went to see it with Isabel. Okay, because I watched it. I had to watch it for a theater class sophomore year of college, but I just, like, hated it. Besides the song Wait For It. The song Wait For It transcends musical theater. Like, it is just a good song, like, period, point blank. Amazing. Love that song. I've always loved that song. But I never went through a Hamilton phase. And I truly thought that this far out from the phenomenon that I was, like, free. Like, that it was never going to happen to me. Because I love musical theater. So, like, it was totally expected, right?
Right.
Never. But my thing when I watched it... So I avoided it in high school. Like, I just refused to listen to it because obviously I'm not like other girls. Listen, the other girls were right. And, like, listen, that's something I've come to terms with in my adult life about a lot of things. But, I did it because I was like, I'm not like other girls. Fuck this. I don't want to listen to it, right? Then we get to college and I have to watch it. All my roommates loved it. And Hamilton himself just, like, sucks so bad as a person that I just didn't like it. Because I was like, fuck this guy. Why am I watching this whole musical about this guy? Still agree, he still sucks.
Yes.
But me and Isabel went to see it last week. Oh my god, the music is so fucking good. I can't stop listening to it. I can't. I'm listening to it all day fucking every day, bro. Faves, the Reynolds pamphlet. Homie wrote a 59-page document about how he cheated on his wife in his own house and paid another man so that he could fuck his wife. Full published it so that he wouldn't get canceled for embezzling money from the government, and then he just got canceled anyway. And it's such a good song, though, because you have fucking David, I don't know his last name, but he is so talented, and he's playing Thomas Jefferson at this point, who was trying to find the dirt on Hamilton so that he couldn't run for president against him. And he's just they're all just sitting there, like, dancing, like, you know, doing some hip-hop dancing on the stage, and they're like, never gonna be president now. And they're like, yeah, fuck this boy, like, he's done! Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And George Washington, too. And then the song Guns and Ships. Also the same guy, David, but he's playing Lafayette, who is a Frenchman who goes to France and gets the guns and the ships so that the reason we won the war when France came in. Yeah. And oh my god, it's so good. His rap is so it's the fastest rap ever in a musical as well. In Guns and Ships. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. And then, and he's trying to convince Washington that we need to bring Hamilton, you have to give him the whole... Hamilton's pissed this whole Revolutionary War because he's George Washington's right-hand man, so he's not actually fighting. And he comes back and he's like, I got your guns and ships, now go get your right-hand man back. And then they're like, do it. Oh, it's so good. The rapping is so good. I fucking get it now, guys. I'm obsessed. And it's so embarrassing. Like, do you know how embarrassing it is to be 24 in the year 2025 and going through your Hamilton phase where you can't stop listening to it 24/7? Like, I'm embarrassed. However, if you haven't gotten onto it, you should probably listen to it. And if you did at some point, can you, like, circle back? Because, like, I can't be the only one right now. It's kind of embarrassing.
There's no way you aren't with the coming to theaters. There's
True.
I'm sure there's community out there.
I've always loved Jonathan Groff as the King. The King is so funny. His song "You'll Be Back" I also listened to this whole time. I think it's so fucking funny. But then I recently discovered his reprise where he finds out John Adams is president, and he goes, "John Adams." It's so funny, and he's like, "I know him." It was so fucking good. That reprise is so fucking funny. Anyway, that's my must recommend. Isn't that fucking embarrassing? Like, it's 2025 and I'm saying go listen to Hamilton or watch it on Disney Plus. It's whatever, guys. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's okay. There's people out there, I'm sure, that are standing in solidarity. Guys, what's my must recommend?
Speaking of Hamilton.
Who is that?
Allie, my friend in Florida. Oh, I'm airing her out. She just sent me this I'll put it on the fucking screen.
Yeah.
No context. Start with the Hamilton.
Wow, we spoke it. That's crazy.
God,
guys,
so
I don't
good.
know. Always Sunny in Philadelphia edits, I guess. Because, yeah. That's been my life recently. Did you know on TikTok you can now create shared collections?
Really?
Yes, so you can, like, collaborate on folders now.
Hey, Bradley. Hey, Bradley, you know those 800 TikToks you haven't watched that I've sent you? He, like, collects them and then watches them, like, over, like, a road trip or something.
That is such a good idea. I thought about, like, curating, like, a shared album would be really nice, but also it is good to just have, like, you can start, like, with what you and Ange do when you guys come back, and you're like,
oh
you can
my
just start
gosh.
sharing them.
Yeah,
in
no,
that,
I
and so
was
it's
mostly
easier.
thinking that I was going to then share my Jujutsu Kaisen folder that's, like, 16K
yeah, no, exactly.
big and be like, nah, you
yeah,
have to
that's
watch
smart too,
this.
but just to have it as, like,
That's
no, this
so
is our shared
smart.
album, it's because it's going to be easier than,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Okay, Bradley, we're going to do that. I'm actually going to text you, like, in real time in about 5 minutes when this is done.
So, yeah, excited about that TikTok update.
When does it come out?
It's already out, girl.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it's future by the way you had said that sentence.
Just excited about it right now in the moment.
That's fair.
Guys, screen time is up. I don't give a fuck.
Everyone get on TikTok! Rot your brain!
Yeah, literally. You'll never hear me.
Hey man,
You'll
Twitter's
hear me
real...
complaining about it, but...
Yeah, once again, we'll circle back without actually circling back. It is September 10th of 2025. Not that we're going to talk about anything that's happened today, but Twitter has been fun. It's been so fun. I love Twitter.
TikTok's been pretty fun too from what I've seen so far, so... Yeah, that's it, guys.
Yeah, my
Actually,
head
this episode didn't
hurts.
turn out that bad. Mine does
No,
too.
I think it was fun, but I'm in pain.
I'm gonna neti pot this hoe.
Yeah, I'm actually going to make an neti pot. I'm going to show you how I put it in my nose before you leave. So you
Okay.
can tell me if I'm doing it wrong.
Great, love that. So we're gonna do that fun activity.
Yes,
See you guys in
yes.
October.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason we're, like, doing this in pain is because I'm away every fucking weekend of September, and if we filmed next weekend, I just wouldn't, or next week, I just simply wouldn't have time to get the episode.
Yeah.
So that's why we're forcing ourselves to do this right now. But
So our next episode is gonna be
spooky
our
season!
October one. See you
Fuck, we
guys.
need to get our shit together for that.
Yeah.
Alright. Bye! Oh, the socials.
Oh well.
Okay, guys, follow the socials.
Really, I was just gonna be like, who gave a fuck? We started
I'm
the
just
episode
gonna
not
say,
giving a fuck.
I'm just
we're
gonna
ending on it.
say,
Okay, alright, go.
follow the socials. I'm not gonna tell you what they are.
Oh, okay.
That was what I was gonna say. Just do it. Alright,
Guys,
bye.
bye.